Welcome to Brutally Honest, where I share the honest truth with tough love about reality in the online coaching industry. And if you love the blunt, straightforward truth about the real life as a coach or a consultant online, you want to follow this series. And I'm going to kick off this series with something that annoys a lot of online coaches and consultants and people in general on social media. Did you ever have a kind of douchebag who immediately after befriending sends you a wall of text pitching their group or pitching their services? Maybe you had someone who suddenly likes a gazillion posts and then sends you a message like, hey, I totally resonate with your messages, or I love to connect with like-minded people. I see you're a coach, or what is the biggest problem in your business? The only thing that I can say to this is facepalm. I'm in the coaching industry for about 8 years, and honestly, even when I started out, I never did this. There's no other word to say about this that you are socially retarded. To think that this approach will work. This spammy, forceful pitching in the inbox immediately after meeting someone doesn't work at all. Do I really have to explain to you that when you open the door and immediately people start pitching you, that the door will probably be slammed in your face? I call it, besides the dick pic of sales, it's the shotgun approach, spray and pray. It's like Jehovah's Witnesses just knocking on every door, or the wanna fuck approach. Like a guy just randomly walking to women and saying, hey, wanna fuck? How is this going to work? And the worst thing is, and let me know in the comments if you witnessed this yourself, in the beginning, I even tried to convince some of these people that their approach is not working. But 80 to 90% of these douchebags are just so defensive and are acting like the strategy is actually working, that I don't know what to say. Besides these douchebags, there's got to be some kind of bigger douchebag, or I don't know where they get these templates from that don't work at all. But it's also horrible for the person doing this because they burn all the bridges. It's a black and white outcome. Either they say yes, which I think like almost never happens, or they say no, and you can never re-engage that conversation again because they saw the previous message, which is like, no, like-minded people, or the dreaded bam wall of text that is like a gazillion paragraphs long that I can't even read it. Or they forgot to change the name and it's just a template. Or they don't even take the effort like, hey, so what do you do? Dude, it's literally on my profile what I do, right? So instead of only complaining and being brutally honest, I will also give you some tips on what to actually do and how it actually works. But it's so annoying that this space is just basically infested by pitching mosquitoes who are socially handicapped and don't really know how to have a conversation that leads to more booked calls and more closed sales. So what should you do? This is going to be a crazy advice. This is going to blow your mind. What you basically should do is treat people like you want to be treated yourself and how you would treat people in real life. Will you really just walk up to a new friend and immediately start pitching your services? Hey, I have this. You want to join my group and I have this offer? Are you looking for appointment setters? Or I have a unique offer here that can guarantee that you make 10K. Shall I send you a link to book a call? Imagine that at a market square, you could basically do this, or at a shopping mall. You're just going to walk up to strangers like, hey, want to connect? Okay, cool. We are friends now. Okay, bam, wall of text, want to book a call or join my group? How do you think people would respond? And if they respond negatively, which in the gazillion amount of cases they would actually do, why do you think people would respond that way? I'll tell you why. There is no connection. There is no relationship. There is not a personal approach. And they haven't given you permission to go to the next step. Just as when you would walk up to girls and you would say, hey, you want to fuck? You skipped all the steps, bro. Like you haven't just contacted, flirted, dated. You immediately try to get to the bedroom. So if I just got to give one tip, is that you got to build up a relationship and you got to be patient. Another part will also them noticing you first, right? It's much easier to have a girlfriend or have friends when you want to box, you join a boxing club or you join a gym. They see you in the gym. They hear you talk. You have a talk with them. They see you talk to someone that they know. That's the same thing with your content. When they see your content, when they have engaged with the post, you have warmed them up to talk with you. They already know a bit more about you and your background. You're not a stranger to them anymore. And that is how you move from connection to content, to conversations, to calls, to closes. By the way, if you want to know more about how to create better conversations, better content that actually lead to closes and more book calls, you can check more about my Client Closer Academy in the description. So I'm going to leave you with what you should do. What you should do is you should connect with people, make it all about them, make it personal. People are only interested in you if you are interested in them. So that is how you lower the defenses, because people are used to other coaches pitching them in the inbox. So you want to set yourself apart. You're going to comment about something that they did and make it all about them. Preferably a recent post that they did, a recent achievement. Worst case scenario, something in their banner or their bio, and just make a statement. Don't ask a question, because people have their defenses up in the inbox. So if they've recently been to a workshop, say, oh my God, congrats on that workshop. That seemed like a really cool topic. If they've been traveling through, let's say, Alaska or whatever, say, oh my God, I saw those pictures from Alaska. Maybe I should think of putting X country that they've been through on my list. And then not even ask like, how was it? Because that is, again, raising their defenses. Just make a statement. Don't make it an interrogation. Say something personal that people know, okay, this person has actually taken the effort to go to my profile. I can't even count, and let me know in the comments if you had the same, that I had these people reaching out to me like, hey, so what do you do? And I'm like, douchebag, it's all over my profile what I do. It's in my banner, it's on my post, it's on my media channels, and it's my bio. If you haven't even taken 5 seconds to take a look at what I do and what I posted, 5 seconds, max 1 minute of just looking at the person, talking to the person, and making it personal, you will make a good impression, and you will never get a second chance to make a first impression. That is why all these dick pic of sales, forceful pitches, they don't work at all. I want you to do it a different way, so people are actually open once you build up the relationship to buy from you and to work with you. So for the love of God, stop doing this. Stop harassing people, stop spamming people, stop using these templates, be a bit more human, maybe develop some better social IQ, because you're giving the coaching industry a bad reputation. Let me know in the comments what your experiences are with the dick pic of sales or with this forceful pitching conversation in the inbox. Let me be clear. I'm not against pitching at all. I think you should promote yourself. If you have integrity, you should probably do it a lot more, but it takes time and you can do it in an ethical way. So now you know what to do and what not to do. You might want to learn more about my 5C conversion system to move from connections to closes. If you want to know more about that, you can check out this video, which explains more about my 5C conversion system.